So today I have just got to the studio and I just wanted to do a quick video about how you can use resistance bands to maximize your kettlebell training. There are a couple of movements that I wanted to show you, and you've probably done them if you have resistance bands, but for those that don't, it's well worth getting something, and especially at this time where we're stuck indoors and we're stuck not being able to lift heavy weights and not being able to kind of push the training any further. If you have these bands lying around, it will be really beneficial to your training, especially at this time. So I've had these bands for the last maybe 10 to 12 years. I think I even bought them like before I even started personal training, because I use them regularly for my own training, and I just thought they were such a unique tool to have in your toolkit. And what I wanted to do was just to show you how you can maximize the kettlebell swing and even some of the kettlebell exercises, because we are stuck indoors, and the best way to, I suppose, maximize your training is to add a band. And adding this resistance will really definitely help your training, because it's going to load up your lifts in such a different way. Originally they were used for strength, because what the bands were doing was that it would load up your eccentric portion of the lift, and so it's kind of like it would how do you describe it? It's kind of like it would overload your. It's something called a reactive method, and what it would do is load up your eccentric portion of the lift, making you, I suppose, contract, making your concentric contraction more powerful and more faster. So for example, on the up lift of the kettlebell swing, you would usually kind of drop the kettlebell down in a controlled manner, I suppose. But with the band, it would force your hands to kind of move down very fast, and you would have to control that, and then making you kind of contract the glutes again to get it up at a faster rate, at a higher rate, because it was such a fast snap from the band. And that's the purpose of them, to create some kind of bigger concentric contraction. I didn't even explain this right, did I? This is all, I don't know. But I'm hoping that's kind of the gist of it. You kind of get the gist of what I'm trying to say. So I have here already prepped up is one band. Now let me just show you how to set it up. Now you may have done this already, you may have not. If you haven't, check it out, but if you have, then you can brush through this video and skip to the next one. So basically you want to wrap the band around the ears, and so to do that you would wrap it around and then loop it through, and then what you have here is a place to put your feet. So we're going to do the deadlift, and I'm going to show you how that works. So we're going to put this in. You can spread your feet a little bit wider if you want to, it's up to you. So let's just set the position. And what you're trying to do is focus on the concentric phase, this hip drive when you go down, when you go up, sorry. So from here, lift and squeeze, and then control it down, because the band is going to want to pull you down, right? So from there, breathe out. Again. And what it does is actually, you can really feel your glutes burning, to be honest. So you can go out wider as well and do a sumo stance deadlift as well. So same thing, same movement. It works pretty well, because you really have to focus on the eccentric portion where you're kind of dropping the kettlebell down. This next one's really good for explosiveness. It's really to teach you how to, I suppose, explode through your hip, and it really kind of makes you think about your technique when doing the kettlebell swing. So let me show you how to set it up. Let me take this off first. To be honest, I may not remember how to put it back on, so let's see. Right, so I suppose the easiest way is to just drop it on top and then kind of place it through there, and then from there pull it up. So it's like wrapping right around the kettlebell handles. And it's supposed to go around there like that. And then what you do is put your feet on top of the band, and then you're good to go. All right, so now you have to kind of, when you start this one, especially if you've never done it before, you have to kind of look out for your, number one, your body position. You've got to remember to really drive from your hips and not bend your knees too much. If anything, don't bend them at all. You're just going to lock them in place and tilt so that your hamstring and your glute fires as you would do on a kettlebell swing, okay? So, so from here, from this position, lift it up first, get it into position. Personally, for me, I just kind of like to start the kettlebell swinging first, just to kind of get used to the position, feel the bands a little bit. You won't really feel the strength of it until you really let it go, but let's give it a go. So from this position, you want to start putting your hip into the movement, driving up high. So you can see, that's made me out of breath, but do you see how fast that speed, that eccentric portion of the lift where it's going down, how much it snaps you back and how much you have to rebound or react to get that kettlebell up there. Man, I'm out of breath. That's a killer. So it's a really good exercise. It adds a completely different dimension to the kettlebell swing. So I definitely recommend this one. And that works really well. I can't even speak anymore. I need a drink. So. Okay, so this last exercise that I want to show you is a front rack band resisted squat. So it's a bit of a tongue twister. I've done this many times trying to say that out, but I think the last exercise killed my brains because I can't even string sentences along, as you can tell. So I'm going to show you this exercise because it's the last thing, and I need to get out of here because I'm probably very hungry, and I just need to get out of here. I can't. I've been trying to talk to these cameras for like ages now, and I'm not a camera, I'm not a presenter, so it's very tough for me. So let's give this a go. So what you're going to do is set this up by putting the band around the loop of the kettlebell. So like that, and just loop it into itself. Now we all know that when you stretch the band out fully, that is the hardest part of the exercise. So it adds a bit more resistance to the standard kettlebell front squat. So this is good for those who have who don't have a heavy kettlebell that they can adjust or whatever. They've only got the one, so it's good to use these bands as like an extra, I suppose, tool to make it harder. So just to add more resistance. So you want to set it up on one side, and from there, you want to place your foot into the band. So from here, you've got to clean it up. Not really always the best thing to do it the traditional way of getting up, but use your other hand if you need to, and just get it into this front rack position because you've got this band around your leg. Ugh. Right, so you've got it there, it's pulling down already. Now you can feel this is the hardest part of the exercise. Now from here, sit down into the deep squat. This is the easiest part. From there, lift up, driving your hip forward. So make sure you force the hip forward, and then obviously exhale at the top. I'm out of energy, guys. This is it for me. So from there, set it down. Those are the 3 exercises that I wanted to show you. I have totally cooked myself on this session. I need to get going because, you know what, in Chiswick, the guys, the parking attendants, for some reason, they are still working. Even in this time, they are ruthless. They are still trying to get you, and I need to go get my car before I get a ticket. But basically, yeah, no, what I wanted to say was that thanks for watching. Those were the 3 exercises, 3 suggestions to kind of maximize or increase your kettlebell training just for fun, just add something different into your routine. And if you have a suggestion for me, if you want me to demonstrate an exercise, or if you want to show me an exercise to do, give me a shout, and I'll do my best to do a video, because I've got nothing else to do, basically. So I hope everyone's okay. Hope everyone's doing well, and if you're bored or whatever, just give me a shout. I'll try to reply, and because yeah, again, I've got nothing to do, so go ahead, and I'll see you on the next one. And I need to get out of here because I am lagging. I'm lagging right now. So see you later. Take care. Bye bye.